Hello, my name is Vincent Creel, Public Affairs Manager for the City of Biloxi. I'm here with Biloxi Police Chief John Miller to deliver today's Be Prepared report from the City of Biloxi. This report is being recorded on Thursday at 3:05. That's Thursday, April 2 at 3:05 in the afternoon. The big news today is that a nightly curfew begins tonight in the City of Biloxi and surrounding cities. It's going to be from 11 o'clock tonight to 5 in the morning every day until further notice. This curfew was announced Tuesday, along with the closure of such businesses as nail salons, beauty salons, barber shops, gyms, essentially any business where it would be difficult to adhere to the 6-foot social distancing. Those actions all began on March 17th when the city began declaring a state of emergency. All of these actions that you've seen in the last few days take place as Mayor Gillich and local leaders continue to monitor the new cases of coronavirus across the state. They're also paying close attention to what they're seeing locally. The goal, as you can see from this chart, is to keep the number of cases as low as possible so we do not overwhelm local health care providers. As you can see in this example, you may still have the same number of cases, but they are not overwhelming available services. That is the goal here, and we're going to need your cooperation. For the record, as of today, April 2, Mississippi now has 1,177 cases statewide. This is an increase of 104 over yesterday. We've also had 4 additional deaths statewide, bringing the statewide total to 26. The state now is also reporting the number of long-term care facilities that have COVID-19 outbreaks, and we do have a couple of those in our area. As we approach the local curfew tonight and the local closures that began today, we also take into account a shelter-in-place order that Governor Tate Reeves issued on Wednesday. Now we're going to talk about what this means and what you need to know, and it may be what we were already doing. Chief Miller, I want to thank you for being here. Tell me what people need to know about this curfew that begins tonight at 11. Let's start with that.
Sure, look, it's just essential people are all that need to be out. Now, that definition of essential people could be people that are going to and from work. Certainly there are some non-essential businesses that are closed down who have to have bookkeepers and maintenance people there at night. They're perfectly okay to be traveling the roadways. It's not that we're going to be out pulling over everyone, but if something doesn't look right, you can bet an officer's going to stop you and question you as to where you're going and what you're doing.
Now, there have been other questions since Governor Reeves announced the shelter-in-place order. I know that there are still a number of things that the city's looking at, that the attorneys are looking at, and quite frankly, what the police are looking at. The best advice for people is to stay home. They want to know, can I go here? Can I go there? What's your answer to that?
My answer is to stay home. By now, everyone should have plenty of groceries. You have all day today to get those groceries together to take care of business. And then remember, the whole reason for this is to try to reduce the spread of the virus. So by staying home, you'll do that. So please stay home. If you have somewhere you have to go, it's an emergency situation, you can freely go there, but we're asking that you adhere to this and stay home as much as possible.
Now, I hear questions about the beach. Can I go to the beach? What's your take on the beach?
The beach is closed. The governor issued an order and it closed the beach. And right now, that's where we're at. If that changes, it changes. But right now, the beaches are closed by order of the governor starting tomorrow.
Now, there'll be people that talk about this and talk about that and what's opened and what's closed. The takeaway that I'm getting from here is stay home.
Stay home, stay off the beach, at least for the time being. If you just absolutely have to go out, there are some things that you can go do according to the governor and according to Mayor Gillich. If you want to go out and get some exercise by running or on a walking trail somewhere, you're free to do that. If you want to go down, you can even go out and fish on the piers as long as you're not within 6 feet of anyone else, and there's not a bunch of you there. It's
Now,
gotta
I
be-
want to say also, people are going to say, why are you two standing close together? Quite frankly, I know we never want to stay close together anyway.
That's right, that's right.
But I mean, it's inherent that we had to do this job, so that's why we're here. Chief Miller, tonight, 11 o'clock, your officers are going to be out there. They're not just going to be looking for people on the roads, but you look at this as it's a chance for you to pay close attention to businesses.
It is. It's a good opportunity for us. This is reasonable suspicion for us. If there's someone around a closed business, parked near a closed business, behind it, walking around it, driving through the parking lot, this is a prime opportunity for us to use this to stop those folks and see what they're doing and try to cut down on any burglaries of businesses that we're having.
What about if people want to go out on their boat? Can I go out on my boat?
As of right now, you can go out on your boat. Now that could change. DMR, I think, is going to issue something either today or tomorrow, I'm not sure. But right now, you can go out on your boat. But my understanding, and this is not been official yet, but the same rules apply. Social distancing. You can't have overabundance of folks on your boat. You can't tie up to other boats. I think that's what you're going to see in the future, is that if there's two boats out there, you can't tie off to each other. You're going to have to be spread out from each other. I think that more than likely, and I don't know this for a fact yet, but more than likely you're going to see things like only your family. You can't take other members out on the boat. It's just for you and your family. But that could change.
All along, we have said if it's a social function, don't go to it. Don't do any of these things.
If we're going to curtail the spread of this virus, that's what's going to happen. We understand that there are essential things that have to be done, and I think everyone knows that. So instead of getting upset about this, view it for what it really is, and that is that we're trying to cut the time down that it's going to take for us to get through this thing, and the only way we're going to do that is for people, social gatherings and things like that, not to exist for a while, and the spread of that virus will automatically slow.
Mayor Gillich talked to me earlier today as he was meeting with all key departments. He said the big thing is just use common sense. You know, whenever they say, oh, you can go out and you can do individual recreation, if you got your kids with you and there's a playground somewhere, don't go to the playground. Any place people can congregate, we don't want you there.
That's right. Absolutely, that's right. And I'll say this about common sense. It's not so common, apparently, anymore. But most of us know what common sense is. Just use common sense.
When you say, is this open, is that open, don't worry about if it's open or closed. Your critical infrastructure will remain open. We're talking about banks. We're talking about gas stations. We're talking about grocery stores. You have no issue there. Don't worry about that. But can I go buy clothing? Can I go buy jewelry? Can I go to an arts and crafts show? No, you can't do any of that. Anything else?
I think that's it. I think we've covered it.
We're going to be back here again tomorrow because I know people are going to be looking for clarity on different things. But hey, just stay home and it'll all work out. Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you.